Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. And back in Charlotte, following the road trip, it's the Hornets back on their home floor. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year. They lost both of the matchups in this interconference battle a season ago. They'd like to change that now. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
And there's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Anthony Edwards is a classic two-guard, Clark, a spectacular player. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength and length and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantically. He plays with intentionality and purpose, and that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is. Boy, Edwards doing a nice job excelling in transition, has a really good understanding of how to fill the lane and get where he needs to be.
Pass to Booker. Out to Miller. For the three. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Loves hitting those threes, especially off movement. It makes Miller so tough to defend.
And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Antetokounmpo. That's a two-pointer. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you're going to hear it from your coaches and your teammates.
Booker, with no one around, hits the three-point bomb.
And this coaching staff in love with Booker's ability to create his own shot. It's a part of his game that's come a long way.
Now here's Booker, following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Screen by Antetokounmpo. Edwards. And it's Giannis missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. Oh, just an impressive dunker of the basketball. I love how Bridges just takes the initiative and gets funky with his throwdown. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Kicks it out to Booker. It's good from long range. Booker's got 6.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Edwards looking it over. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
They set the screen. And he comes up with the deuce. Miller's got his second bucket of the night.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Now, here is Miller, following the miss by Giannis. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Edwards. Giannis, that's a two-pointer.
My goodness. How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report.
Edwards flexing on him now. Bully ball inside.
Here's Booker, and he banks in the layup. Booker's got 8 points.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Now here's Giannis. Edwards' shot is good.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
Charlotte leading by 4. Got a piece of it. Floats it up for Giannis. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Love the read there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, his basketball IQ is really impressive when it comes to alley-oop attempts.
Now here's Booker. He's got 8. Here's Salon. Pass to LaFrance. Over Edwards. A shot by LaFrance, no good. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Edwards, that's good. He's got 11.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And so it's
The Oklahoma City team, 17.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Oklahoma City.
They've managed to force turnovers with their energy and effort defensively, and it's led to some easy offense.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
Here's Coulibaly following the 3 by Charlotte. Down low. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
Jordan, and it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
Now, here's Poole. Pass to Bassie. Poole with it. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Now into the lineup for Charlotte.
Here's Poole. Tries the spin move. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine even if he'd have missed it. I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
It's tipped. just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Back to Ivy. Outside for Arenas. Lock at 6. Here's Salong. Charlotte no good that time either. The Thunder with the lead. To the paint. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Bassi. Koulibaly up top. The shot, no good.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lead.
On the wing, Arenas. They set the pick. Here's Ivy. And then Ivy with the jam.
My goodness, Jaden Ivey versus.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Timeout is called by Charles Lee.
Timeout.
He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Oklahoma City trailing. Now here's Edwards. He's got 11. Pass to Unson. Oh, Giannis up high and down hard.
Assisted.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
There's a screen by Washington. To the middle. Back to Ivy.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Giannis.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Edwards. From outside, off the mark. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Now, Ivy. Inside. Elbow shot. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And the Hornets lead by 1.
Nice work from the mid-range. Ivy knows how to keep balance offensively.
It's Edwards on the wing. A three-pointer off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to Middleton. Back to Ivy. Here's Diabate. There's the drive. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
A burst of speed, and Ivy is biting. Can't blame the D for fouling there.
The Hornets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And so he makes both from the line. Thunder trailing by 3. 34 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Antetokounmpo. He's off on that one. And here are the Hornets now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. No problems knocking that one down. Ivy's got 9 points in the quarter.
You know what?
Highlight reel stuff from Antetokounmpo. My goodness.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Booker looking around. Here's Salon. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
And the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Miller with the ball. He's got 5. Here's LaFrance. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here's Edwards. Pass to Gordon.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Here's Booker. Out to Miller. And again, the Hornets missing.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Giannis with it. Back to Edwards. Pass to Gordon. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City. Edwards, no good.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Here's Miller. It's hauled in by Gordon.
And priority number 1 has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
Got a hand on it. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things. Whoa! I can't believe
what
that.
I just saw.
Oh, my God.
Unreal.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
Tell you what, the coach's heart was in his throat, and he was in shock and awe. But now he's got a big smile on his face. You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to...
Oh, power on that prudence!
And what an incredible talent Miller is. What a ferocious finish there.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. And stolen by Miller. For 3. A three-pointer is right on target. And now a 7-point Hornets lead.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
To the inside. Out to Bridges. Miller outside. From the arc. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Outside, Edwards. Off the run. Edwards drawing the double team. Down low, inside. Giannis drops it in.
He is certainly one of the few true franchise cornerstones in the league. Few guys can take over a game like the Greek Freak.
Stolen by McDaniels. Jumps up. It's rebounded by Booker. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Thunder trailing by 8. There's the lob into the Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
Giannis has tremendous physical attributes, but his confidence is something that separates him from most.
6-second difference between shot and game plan. On offense, here are the Thunder. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. Here's Edwards. rebound goes to the Hornets. They've led by as much as 10. Miller with a wide open look. Buries it from three-point range. Miller's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. And here's Poole for three. And so it's Brandon Miller making highlights for Charlotte. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Thunder trailing by 9. Here's Poole. Diabate grabs the board. And here's Ivey. Drives to the hoop. And that one is good.
And using that quickness to maneuver around the paint that time. What a play from Ivey.
Pass to Azubuike. Back to Poole. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Takes a three. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Hornets.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
Here's Arenas. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
The more you watch Arenas, the more it seems like the sky is the limit when it comes to his ability. Starting to do things you just don't expect from a guy his size.
Thunder trailing by 14. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Poole, no good. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And a new group in here for the Thunder. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, during the break, listen in with Charles Lee and his team. Now he told his guys not to get comfortable. He said, so we've got a little breathing room. So what? That's no reason to slow down out there. He wants them to keep the effort up. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Gordon a screen. Pass to Thibault. Here's Giannis. And he slams it down right on top of Brandon Miller.
Few better than Giannis completing the play. Incredible strength plus excellent agility.
Clark, the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021 NBA title.
And you know, Kevin, think about this. When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs. A Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishing a lot at just 26.
The kick out to Poole. Offline with his 3.
He's been an absolute non-factor. 0 factor this game. Just a horrible performance from him.
And here's Miller outside. And they'll keep possession. No good on the triple.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Poole, no good. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Here's Poole. Back to Antetokounmpo. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession. and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Back to Booker. There's the three. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. The Thunder call timeout. .157 left to play in the final quarter. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Poole's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts.
Ivy, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
It is so tough containing Ivy, a tough assignment defensively.
Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
And Poole gets it to go.
You got to chase Poole off that three-point line, or he will do exactly that.
Miller outside. The three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. There's McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniels.
Rocketing right off the floor. Explosive jam by McDaniels.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Charlotte.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 they had tonight.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Brandon Miller.
Tell you what, this guy worked his behind on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
He's able to hit the second one, and that will push the lead to double digits.
He did enough to put this one away. Hard-fought battle, though.
Here's Poole. Pass to Edwards. And stolen by Booker. Stolen by McDaniels. Pick off in midair. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.